One, two, a one, two, three, four.
Hello, I'm Ryan Macasera for Rappler Entertainment and hashtag Balikbayan. Filipino-American YouTube star AJ Rafael is in Manila just for a short time to perform for his fans based in the Philippines. Welcome AJ, thank you for joining us.
Thanks so much, man. Thanks for having me.
What is it like to be back here in Manila?
I don't know, I always get memories when I sniff the air, bro. When I land on the airplane, it's like, man, I'm back in the Philippines, you know? I mean, really, it's the humidity and the weather and stuff, but it brings back so many memories of when I was here, my first time was when I was 16, then when I was 18, and then it just, all the memories come back. It's awesome.
What brings you back here for this time?
Well, I took a last minute gig with YouTube and Google and MCI Productions. They brought me out literally a week before they told me, and they didn't book flights until 2 days before. So I was just like, man, is this really happening? And then they booked the flights and I was like, all right, I'm going to Manila. Yeah, it was on a whim really, because I put a letter about doing a hiatus and all these show requests started coming in. I'm glad we got to fit this in.
For the past 6 or 7 years, how would you describe your experience as a YouTube star in one sentence?
One sentence, wow. YouTube has given us many opportunities that we wouldn't have as independent artists. Second sentence, it's brought us over like around the whole world, really. And so I'm very thankful for it. We got to take advantage of growing up online in a world where YouTube and Facebook dominate. So I'm happy for it.
What are your thoughts on the differences between being a musician online or on YouTube nowadays as opposed to being a musician, a mainstream musician?
Well, it's a little different. Actually, it's a lot different. First of all, we don't have millions of dollars backing us up in a record company or anything. So we actually get to do what we just want to do, you know? I mean, with some of our managers and some people helping us along the way as well. But really, all in all, we get to do what we want. We get to create what we want. We create our own schedules. I don't know, we get to connect with the fans a little more, I'd say. They get to see the journey from when you were just starting off, you know. When I was just starting off on a webcam, the piano, that's it from the side. Or slowly graduates to a camera here in the front, looking at it, smiling, boom, high production music videos, you know, they get to see the journey. So I'm just happy for that they get to see that. So that's the main difference to me, because I still see mainstream artists as these unreachable celebrities, you know. But YouTube has brought the human out of artists.
So how does that intimacy affect their music?
Oh man, I had a meet and greet yesterday at Eastwood, and so many people came and they knew every single word to my songs. I think that is the thing, is as a songwriter, not just a YouTuber, the fact that I get to relate to these fans who are leaving comments and stuff, and they're like, I love this song got me through so much. That means the world to me, and I'd say that's the most important part of me being able to reach out to my fans, is that they feel that they're not alone in whatever situation. Any song that I write, if they relate to it, they hold on to that, you know, even more. Plus, that makes them a fan of my music, so anything I release, you know, they'll take a listen to it and hopefully they like it. So I'm just glad that we have such a close relationship. And yesterday was so overwhelming. I'm literally 2 feet in front of them. They're singing my song so loud back at me. It was awesome.
Wake up, feel the air that I'm breathing. I can't explain this feeling that I'm feeling. I won't go another day without you. The part when we say we're in love, and the part where we say it's forever. But this ain't a fantasy, and no, you can't come with me. You got your life, he better be treating you right.
Man, even when I say that number, 100 million, it's around 110 million now or something like that. It still boggles my mind, man. I never thought that I'd be able to, you know, reach this many people, you know. So I'd have to say it surprises me every day, but at the same time, I got to look back and be like, all right, this is what I have. I got to work hard to make a living. You know what I mean? I think that's the hardest part, is looking at these numbers and be like, how am I going to turn this into financial support for me and my family, you know? So that's the struggle as well. I'm grateful, but at the same time, I got to not be comfortable with these numbers. These are great numbers, you know, but can't be comfortable with them.
So how do you actually make those hits on YouTube into a career?
Right. Well, that was the number one fear my parents. You know what I mean? My dad was a musician growing up, and he wasn't very stable. And my mom was a nurse, so she is stable. She's still stable today. That's just the struggle. I have maybe 5 months straight, I could be just going out every day, like, buying dinner for my friends. And then there's months where I'm just struggling and I'm barely able to pay for, all my bills, obviously. And then I support my little sister at home. I buy her food and things like that. And we get to just eat like 99-cent meals, whatever, but at the same time, you have to have a support system if you want to thrive, You got to have a good team. I have a best friend at home. His name is Arby. He's been rolling with me through the thick and thin, through all my shows. He helps me set up. He helps me sell merch for money. Just little things like that. If you have a good support system, you can take these numbers and really turn it into something that is stable. I mean, at least for a while. I'm still searching for a way to make it stable throughout my life. It's an ongoing thing. Of course, man. Of course.
Speaking of YouTube stars, I don't know if the fans here in the Philippines know that there are tons of talented Filipino-American musicians in the U.S. like Jeremy Passion, Gabe Bondoc, Joseph Vincent, and I heard that you all were friends. What do you guys actually learn from each other?
Yeah, we grew up in the same. Jeremy Passion was the first one I had ever heard of doing stuff from the internet. I met him at a show. Gabe Bondoc I met through a show. We're all friends, and we've been booked at different shows. So it's been really awesome to get to know them as people, not just artists. And we grew up together. We struggle together, man. We have the same problems when we're trying to put together shows and productions and things like that. So I'm just glad that I can say I have brothers in music who grew up the same way. They're a little older than me, just by a couple years, but they see me as an equal, but also as a little brother, and we all learn from each other. It's really great.
So this next question comes from Facebook. Ace Armario asks, who or what is your inspiration behind the song We Could Happen?
Ace Armario, you're awesome. Thanks for the question. We Could Happen was about a girl. Oh, man. When you write songs, it comes up very often in your mind, the person that you wrote it for, So it was somebody who definitely meant a lot to me. Still does. We went through a lot, but it was kind of the beginning stages. You know what I mean? It's the exciting stages of, hey, could this really happen between us? You know what I mean? I remember being like in a chat room with her because it was like a long distance type thing. And I would joke saying like, yeah, we could happen. So I use that as a song title and as a main thing for my chorus. And I also listened to this song called Introducing Me by Nick Jonas and Camp Rock. So that's what inspired the song. And I also wanted to have like a 4-chord Jason Mraz type song. It ended up being way more chords, but yeah.
Could you describe your music?
My music. It's hard. A lot of people ask me, what's your style? I usually say acoustic pop rock, but I grew up listening to a lot of R&B, so it's very influenced by a lot of R&B. But at the same time, I know that my stuff is very poppy. But I like to add a rock element. I grew up listening to a lot of rock in high school and stuff. So I can't really explain it, really. I can't even say that there's an artist that I know has very, very similar songs to the songs on Red Roses, I guess you're going to have to listen to it for yourself, huh?
A lot of people online have been wanted me to ask this, but you've been coming to the Philippines for several years now. Just how Pinoy are you?
How Pinoy am I? Hello, followers. I'm very Pinoy. I grew up Pinoy. You know what I mean? I grew up Filipino. My mom still speaks to me in Tagalog. I understand Tagalog fluently, but I can't speak it. So I guess that's the extent to where it is, But also, grew up doing a lot of like tinikling and debuts and stuff and being part of a lot of cotillions. So the culture is embedded in me. So I think I'm a lot more Filipino than people think. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people, even yesterday at the meet and greet, were trying to speak to me in the most perfect English. And every time they slipped in Tagalog, they felt like, oh yeah, they were embarrassed, or like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. And it's like, no, I totally understand you. And I'd rather actually you talk to me in Tagalog, like I'm trying to practice. You know what I mean? So I guess I'm pretty Pinoy.
You wrote this note a couple of weeks ago on Facebook about going on hiatus. Can you talk a little bit about why and what you're going on hiatus from?
Right now I'm taking a hiatus from performing. From performing live shows, as in my own stuff. I think a little people or some people are confused because I told people I was going to go audition for musical theater and stuff. It's obviously still performing, but it's such a different world. You know, I'm taking a hiatus, taking a big break from performing in this world. You know what I mean? The world that I'm living in, the booking your own shows, getting booked for shows, things like that because of my music. As far as I want to do musical theater, I want to just kind of step back. There was a big personal thing that I went through, which kind of was the jump start to me writing that letter. I knew I wanted to take a break for a while, but when that happened, that personal incident, it was like, boom, okay, this is a sign. I need to step back, reassess myself. I was questioning my character a lot. I was questioning my music even. I was questioning a lot of things, and I just started writing that letter. And I know you guys read it, and it's super long. So I'm just glad that a lot of people are reaching out to me saying they support me. I've been saying what they've been wanting to say. You know, they've been just afraid to say it. Stuff like that, getting a lot of support. But at the same time, I'm getting so many people who are like, don't give up, you know. And I think the misconception about the letter is that I'm not coming back. Like, I think that's what a lot of people think. Even the headlines, you know, on Mix and, you know, all the Filipino websites. I mean, I get it. It's media. It's just taking a hiatus, possibly forever. You know what I mean? There's no way that I can give up performing forever. You know what I mean? I just need to take a break. It may be a year, 2 years, 3 years, who knows?
So it's more like a time for reassessment.
Exactly. It's time for reassessment and also working on new music. You know what I mean? I want to play new music if I ever come back, right? You know, when I come back. I want to play new music. I want to play new stuff. So it's a win. It's a win. I think that is what people need to realize, you know? But at the same time, I really appreciate the drama that everyone's creating about it. And it's gotten me very emotional, you know, the support. So, yeah, the hiatus, it hopefully won't be for too long. But again, I'm not going to put anything else in front of the reason why. And the reason why is me. You know, I have to be selfish for a little bit, I think, and kind of take it back, take a few steps back.
Next question comes from Facebook from Rennie Rose Hernandez. She asks, what if all of a sudden you receive a wonderful offer, and what if that's here in the Philippines?
I've talked to a bunch of people already within my small trip here. They have shows in November, December they want to book me for. We'll see. I mean, you know, also like JR and Chris Lawrence, they've asked me to, like, hey, would you be down to sing, you know, for a tour they're doing in the US? And I still have to think about even that, you know, because if I say something online, you know, I really meant everything I'm saying. So I got to take it seriously and be patient with myself, you know. I can't just take the next offer, even if it's like double, triple my rate, just because it's that, and just be like, all right, I'm coming back, guys, you know. Then it was really for nothing. Then I haven't really reassessed myself.
So you can't give any definite answer?
I can't give any definite answers for that question, but expect to see me in the Philippines sooner than you probably think.
Where do you see yourself in the next couple of years?
Next couple of years, I want to be on Broadway, man. I mean, that's like such a crazy thing to even think about. A lot of people are studying their asses off for their musical theater degrees and things like that, but here I am, just grew up with musical theater, and I just want to go audition, and I have this crazy dream of being on Broadway, so hopefully that will happen. I know it's a little far-fetched, but really I'm trying to finish Red Roses, the movie script, which is a movie I turned my album into with a couple friends back home, including Dante Bosco, another Phil Am, and also turning that movie into a musical. It started off as a musical first, went to a movie. Now we're trying to bring it back to a musical, so I'm trying to bring it to the stage. It's gonna be a journey for me, writing and doing a lot of things that I'm not used to, other than songwriting, you know, script writing, things like that. I just want to do everything. So expect in the next couple of years for me to have a good amount of projects that will either be on the way to be being produced or already done, you know, and being ready to be released.
So you actually have a couple of shows left before you go on hiatus. What can the fans expect in these next couple of shows?
Well, expect a lot of emotional moments on stage. I'm an emotional guy. I wear my heart on my sleeve, man. As a songwriter, you know, you got to do that. So expect that, and expect just for me to give the love back. You know, I just am really, I wanted to do a last show summer tour, because I could have just said I'm done, You know what I mean? And that last show that I had, that was the last one. But I wanted to finish this out and be sure that I gave my appreciation to the fans that they give to me. So,
Thank you so much for joining us. Do you have any last couple of thoughts before we wrap up?
first of all, thanks for the support. To you guys as well, thanks for the support. Rappler, you guys are tweeting me all the time and stuff, so I appreciate it. The fans are tweeting me. I have to say, every time I'm up late at home, if I just tweet something, I know that the Filipino fans and fans from other countries as well, Southeast Asia, Australia, they'll tweet me back because, you know, they're awake at that time. But they're always keeping me excited about my music, about life. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for that. I appreciate it. And also thanks to YouTube, Google for bringing me out here, Jose, Quest, and Koi, and the whole team, and the band for putting this show on last minute. I really appreciate you guys. Manila Genesis for helping out in other ways as well. So thanks, guys.
Thank you so much for joining us. That was AJ Rafael, and we leave you with one song request we could happen.
This is for all the fans who ask questions on Facebook and Twitter. This is to you guys. Here we go. I'll hold the door. Please come in and just sit it for a while. This is my way of telling you I need you in my life. It's so cold without your touch. I've been dreaming way too much. Can we just turn this into reality? 'Cause I've been thinking about you lately. Maybe you could save me from this crazy world we live in. And I know it could happen, 'cause you know that I've been feeling you. I know you want me, I've been thinking about you lately. Maybe you could save me from this crazy world we live in. And I know it could happen, 'cause you know that I've been feeling you. I know you want me to. I know you want me to. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, oh. Ba ba da, ba ba da, ba 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 da da ba da.